Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber. This one says, I've been watching your videos lately, and you have been making it known that game is a strategy. So therefore, I was thinking that strategizing or strategy is thinking of a plan to do something to get you what you want. When you have game, it's like planning ahead or thinking what to say before you approach. What is the hidden secret behind game? All right, so basically, when we talk about game, right? And I've talked about this a few times because people always they ask me, they get confused. They're like, "What is this game thing? What do you mean by having game and all this other stuff?" So I've talked about this in a few other videos, but I'll sort of go over it right now. So when we talk about game is just another way of saying life, or the game is another way of saying life, or the life, right? So when we talk about just game, we're talking about life, right? So when we talk about having game, we're talking about having a skill or strategy to get what you want, right? So it's about having a skill or strategy to get what you want in this life, right? Then we also have something called playing games. And, when we talk about playing games, these are just people who will, do sort of like goofy type of shit. Because a lot of times when you say game, people think you're talking about playing games. They're like, oh, why I got to play games? Why can't I just be real about? No, when we talk about playing games, it's just sort of people just like doing things for attention. It's not anything that is really like something they really want. Unless it's attention, then you could say it's a strategy. But usually when we talk about playing games, it's just sort of people doing shit just to be attention whores, right? But when we talk about having game, everyone technically has game, right? It's just depending on if your game is weak or if your game is strong, right? So basically what happens is that you have people who will want a certain thing, but if they're not getting what they want, that means that their strategy is weak. That means their game is weak. If they are getting what they want, that means their game is strong. Now, your strategy could be basically anything, but you also have to be careful about your strategy, because you might choose one strategy and it's going to get you what you want. Everything's going to, turn out how you want it to turn out. Then you can use another strategy and you might get what you want, but then based off the way you got it, there could be like consequences and all this other bullshit that comes along with it. But when it comes to game, everybody has game. Everybody has a strategy to get what they want, right? So for example, if you have a baby, the baby cries, and then the baby notices every time I cry, my mom or dad or whoever is going to feed me or change me or whatever the fuck it is, right? So then the baby says, okay, the way that I communicate or to get this person to do these things for me, I'm going to cry. That's the baby's strategy. That's the baby's game. You see what I'm saying? That's them having game. So, when it comes to game, it's just really about, or when it comes to having game, it's just really about that strategy. Now, like I was saying earlier, you got to be careful of the strategy that you use, because when we're talking about having game, it's not even just about when it comes to dealing with women. Having game has to do with you having a strategy with trying to get anything you want in life. So let's say you want to get some money, right? Your strategy could be getting a job. Your strategy could be becoming an entrepreneur and owning a business. Or your strategy could be robbing and stealing. You understand? Each way you're getting money. But like I said, you have to be careful of what strategy you use, because in certain situations, there could be consequences. So if you're robbing and stealing to get that money, then there could be certain consequences that come along with that. So you did get the money, but this is what happens when you rob and steal. This is what happens when this is your strategy. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like all these dudes, that's in the media that was getting accused of sexual assault or whatever. So some of them was having sex with these chicks or grabbing them up and touching their titties and ass or whatever it was. So their strategy to get into sexual situations was to sort of, be on that type of shit. Now, another guy's strategy in order to get into sexual situations would be him to have a tight mouthpiece, know how to interact with the chick, build sexual tension, get her interested in him enough to where she wants him to grab her titties and her ass and kiss her and do all the other stuff. And so therefore he's getting the same thing as the other guys, but he's getting it in a way where there isn't any consequences. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about having game, it's just really you having that strategy and just understanding what type of strategy you're using to get what you want. See, a lot of times what happens is, people will say, oh, this person doesn't have game. And that's more synonymous really with just weak game. Because again, like I was saying, everybody has game. You have a strategy. You understand? Like, something when it comes to getting girls, some guys' game or strategy is to trick, is to give chicks money to try to get sex from them, and that's the way they do it. Some guy's strategy is to use their mouthpiece. Some guy's strategy is to be honest. Some guy's strategy is to lie. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pick how you want to come at this. And also you have to see what's actually giving you the best results. See, the best results really is to get exactly what you want without any friction, without any bullshit that's going to come along with you getting what you want. So just like when we use an example of the money, you could be out here getting money, but you want to be able to get money to where you don't got to worry about no bullshit when you're getting the money. So you would say, well, you know what? I want to get some money, so let me get a job to get this money, or let me, build a business to get this money, versus you doing some illegal shit to get the money. Because the illegal shit is going to cause you to have to suffer those consequences. So you got to choose how you play the game. Right? And what you want to always think about is you want to see or say to yourself, is your game working? Is your strategy working for you? Is what you're doing working? Because for a lot of guys, when it comes to dealing with women, their game is not working for them. Right? This is why, you hear people say, step up your game. You got to step that shit up. This is why people say, oh, you got no game, because they're just basically saying your game is weak. Because whatever strategy you're using, it's not working for you. Because even if you are, technically not doing anything, right? That's still your game. Like, the reason why you're not having any success is because your strategy is to not do shit. or to sit and complain about not having girls, or or your strategy is you go up to one girl, holler at her, she rejects you, and then you bitch and moan and get scared and never talk to another girl for another month. That's your strategy. And, if you're not getting what you want, then that's just showing that your game is weak. You see what I'm saying? See, if you can get what you want without the bullshit consequences, then that means your game is strong. If you get what you want, but you did it in ways where there's most likely going to be some consequences to your actions, there's going to be consequences to your strategy, then that means your game is on the weak side. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to choose how you want to go about this. And you got to also see, hey, is what I'm doing working for me? And if it's not working for you, you have to switch that shit up and, get your game on point to where it's working for you. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's all it really is when it comes to the game. There's no secret to the shit. It's just more so you figuring out what you want and then saying, okay, how do I get what I want? And then once you figure out how to get what you want, you go down that road. And, hopefully I would, hope that most guys, or most of you guys out there, would want to get what you want without having to deal with the bullshit. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of guys out there who have this get laid or die trying mentality, where it's like anything goes, you know what I'm saying? And when you have that anything goes sort of attitude, a lot of times what happens is that you get yourself into predicaments you don't really want to be in. You understand? So, the best, course of action when it comes to game, again, like I said, is to be able to get what you want without any of the bullshit that's attached to, or the consequences that comes about through the strategy you're using. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Listen, I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.